talk a little bit about just how my life was. I got hurt April 21st, 1990. So I've been in a wheelchair for almost 18 years now. Actually, almost 19 years now. Little math problem there. So, but anyway, this was about 6 months before I got hurt. I was hurt right before my 16th birthday. This was right at the end of the football season, and it was a little difficult. I went back to school about a year after this picture was taken, about in September, October time of the year, and graduated with my class and went on to go to Georgetown College, and then went to Eastern to finish up. And I've worked, several jobs over the years and that kind of stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit in a few minutes. But the reason why it's important, I think, for me to tell a little bit about my background and stuff is that most able-bodied people don't stop to think about what it's like to have a disability, right? And something I always talk about is that the disability sometimes, especially me with a very significant and a very visual disability, is that I am someone's worst fear realized. Does that make sense to anybody? I mean, if you see somebody like me, it gives you the opportunity to pause and go, oh no, like what if that ever happened to me? What if that ever happened to my son or daughter or my friend or, somebody that you're close to? So I am sometimes someone's worst fear realized, and that's where you get the staring and some of that kind of stuff, and something that I think I've dealt pretty well with over the years. One of the most difficult things for me was when I was hurt at the age of 16, or right before 16. So I didn't go through a lot of the rites of passage that kids go through, right? I mean, 16 is a pretty pivotal time in your life. You're driving a car, and you're starting to date, and you're starting to do all those kinds of things. And I was a three-sport athlete, so I was kind of always doing something. I was a very independent kid, and all of a sudden one day I woke up and I was completely dependent on someone for everything. And that was a difficult, there's no transition there. It's like flipping a switch. You walk into a room, turn the light on, and your whole life's different. And it was really significantly different for me. And I think that the biggest thing that I had to learn early on, and something that all of you would deal with, because I think you're all dealing with some sort of disability, or wanting to deal with some sort of disability, is that with a disability, you have to become the manager of your own life. Does that make sense? I mean, I had a 24-hour day job that I didn't want almost instantly, because I had to worry about making sure that someone was there to get me up and put me in bed, and to make sure I got fed and then got my medications and got to where I needed to go. And I was doing all that while I was trying to finish high school and trying to get on with my life, which was a very difficult time. And again, there was no transition period there. And this is my wife. Her name is Jessica, and she actually worked at UK until just recently as a child psychology person, actually. And I met her about 4 years ago, and things have really have been really great. And I got to tell you, I'll tell you up front that I am very blessed. I have a great life, and I'm not big into sympathy and that kind of thing, because I think I've lived as normal and probably a little more than normal life. I think I've lived a pretty extraordinary life. I've had a lot of great opportunities, and decided a long time ago, with the help of my parents, and this is something that a lot of you guys, I'm sure, will deal with, that success a lot of times is based on you're as successful as your support, and I had a lot of really great support early on, and that made a huge difference. And I like to just show pictures of Jessica and my family, because just to let you know that you can have a normal life. And I think all of you all would probably believe that or understand that. And this is Micah. This is my son, who was born about 4.5 months ago. I should know the exact date. His mother would shoot me for not. I know when he was born. I just haven't done the math as to how long ago that was. But he came into our life July 22nd, and maybe even more significant than getting hurt, has changed our life. Micah is one of our is a true blessing. So I'll go ahead. I'll talk a little bit about my story. Let's see if you can figure these out. These are jobs I had before my accident. Okay, go ahead. I guess what that is? Farmhand. Yeah, I milked cows and painted fences and did that kind of stuff, and that was a pretty cool job, right? Yeah, go ahead. I cut grass. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah, go ahead. You know what this is? Furniture mover. Yeah, okay. I Pick peaches and apples in the orchard. Yep, good. All right. And notice something about all these jobs. These are all things you can do as a kid, right? I mean, most of these I got through friends of the family, that kind of stuff, and probably several of these I probably started about age 12. I had a newspaper out when I was about 12, I guess. And so, I wasn't really legally working at that point. So, I worked for lunch meal or for meals and for that kind of $10 a day or something, just odd jobs that kids do. And here you go. And these are my jobs post-injury. Maybe. There we go. I was a sports writer for a while at the Richmond Register. And then moved on to marketing director of ADS Incorporated, which is an advertising company in Somerset. And I was the sports editor at the Somerset paper. And then became managing editor after about a year. And started as the director of media relations at OVR in 2001. And public information director, as we said before. Go ahead. And director of community relations now at OVR. And those are my jobs that I've had since. And that's about a 14-year period there.